All right, welcome to the show. How's it going, everyone? Still hear the music? Let me check the sound here. If our sound is good. Love those healing tones, but they do seem to garble up my voice. Let's see how we're doing. Give it a second. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right. That was worth a shot. Let's see if that's any better. Hi, Max. What is it still? It's still crackly, eh? It never happens when I take it in to get tested. It comes out perfect. Yeah, stop and start it again. See if that helps at all. Hi, Kitty. All right, so stop sharing that. Share again the image I showed you guys last night. It's a pretty good one. I've been looking for other systems and stuff. There was one that was sent to me last night on the program. I kept that one up, but I don't. Thanks, Max. I really appreciate that. I've been looking for others. I had others before that were well different, a little different. There was one that showed the human body as an energy, almost like a tree. There's a really big lag when coming into the channel. Oh, doesn't pop up for almost a minute. Wow. Yeah, they really do seem to like to mess with me. Thanks, Max. I really appreciate you trying to take out my headphones. I just had him. I think he really wants some snackies, but it's there's a really big lag when it comes to the channel. Hold on a second. I'm going to yell something to Mrs. Max. Hold on. Okay. He's a little confused. He was taking on the attention, but so the body electric. Okay, hold on. I'm waiting for the Exodus. He's just sitting there. He doesn't understand what my wife was talking about. He usually does. once he starts, yep, there we go. The exodus has happened. The sound of the treats. That looks like an attention now, or else. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I didn't know there was a lag. That's weird. Like I know my computer seems to lag, but I thought that was because I have so many things open. So the body electric is a it's a fun subject for me. I've recently started experimenting with grounding, um, just on the positive sides to draw that energy out that's being blasted at us, and we're not grounded at any time really, unless we're actually standing on the earth. Most of us don't do that. So, um, there's another image I found. It wasn't too uh, helpful, unfortunately. I'm still looking for more congruent with what we're talking about because we're being used. When you guys pull up your phone, and your phone says, "Do you want to use a VPN?" Okay, and you say yes because you don't want to get tracked. Well, that VPN is a number to a system that's not connected uh, to the internet. That system is human beings. So we act as VPNs. We act as network nodes. So what they do is they route the information through you. And then that way it's run through when they try to trace it back. It just goes to a VPN number because we all have a basic operating number that's been assigned to us. It's networking. It crashed earlier, and it's going only slightly slower. And on mine, huh? But not enough to be a lag. Yeah, B. Freeman and others are having a lot of internet troubles. It's interesting how our internet's supposed to be getting better. They're putting up more towers all the time, but yet our internet seems to be getting worse and worse. Like I do remember when the first phones came out, not the very first, but the Nokias. I had to sit beside a door to get to work because it wouldn't penetrate into the house. After a while, it started penetrating into the house. Now you really you have to find some area to you know that's unsaturated, which is becoming less and less um, available. Yeah, they're just predators. They're using us as they're using us, and we're part of the wide body area network. Except we don't work without satellite feeds. Yeah, and us. They put a lot of 5G is going to be put through people. That's what I've heard. Now, again, all of this is what I've heard, what I've researched so far on the far end of the spectrum. Hi, off the hook. Good to see you. Um, but it seems pretty bad what they seem capable of doing. And when you can pull up patents for these things, um, like using us for a wide body area network patent, it's and they describe in the patent how they use, the towers to transmit and put it through the wide body area network, you know. And I'm wondering if there's possibly a way we can shut that network off. So that's shut your network node part of it. um, as far as I've figured, as I've seen off the hook, all that will do is improve it. It already exists without that. They've been dropping stuff from the skies, putting it in the food, in the water. Apparently, I heard recently speculation on this, but any bottled water, pretty much every and any bottled water contains nano gels or something, nanoparticulates that were used in some medications to cause a response. Uh, Given the other frequency versus viral patents coming out, they can just, yes, frequency the sickness or dead, yeah. They can give you a stroke, a heart attack. Um, any disease is transmittable by that method. Pretty much anything that they want. Um, like I used to get in the winter, the electromagnetic radiation travels much farther because the air is cleaner. Being all cold, all the moisture falls out, right? So it transmits much easier. And that may have a lot to do with why people get sick in the winter. Also, there is the upping of the power level that I noted during the beginning of the pandemic, on specific days when people would be going into the hospital. A couple of days later, a day or two later, the hospital filled up after they pumped a bunch of radiation, higher levels of radiation into the atmosphere. I survived this for pretty sure a higher power is in charge still, or at least that's what I tell myself. That is true. That is true. Yeah, we keep losing people and they keep coming back. That is true. There is a higher power. Um, a few interesting things on that. I suspect after chaff is the aerosol nanobot with swarm technology. Yeah, if that isn't what chaff already is, technology is already available for mosquito-sized bots. That is known. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The technology is absolutely wild. What they're showing us is nothing. Showing us these DARPA dogs and clunky robots and stuff. If they wanted to, they could drop a drone. They could, like a guy did it. He taken off the shelf parts with one of those dog drones, and you can load a camera and a pistol on it or a rifle, and you can have it have perfect aiming. The only way we're gonna beat that type of thing is the traps for it, because it'll shoot you instantly once it sees you if that's what it's programmed to do. And you're right, it does go down to the micro drone level, where they could make a small 4x4 drone, a very small drone packed with enough explosives to crack your skull open. Um, you know, it gets pretty bad with what they could do. Ships hiding in the clouds right above your condos. Yeah, um, we've asked for help from those people on this show and in a broadcast before, that they, don't interfere, but please stop the nukes from flying. When we've seen the videos of ships stopping nuclear weapons or shooting them down, just little orbs come by, hit it with a laser and shoot it down. I don't know if that was faked or not. It was too old to be, not too old to be faked, but pretty hard to. So I think we do have help in that. in that respect. I don't know that direct interference is the answer. Um, like, unless people realize themselves what's going on, direct interference or somebody coming in from the outside and telling us what to do, how to live, that type of thing, I don't think most people would even accept it. There might be, your fringe groups, zealots that would want that, but most people don't want to be told what to do or how to be ruled or how to govern. Kind of something you got to figure out for yourself, right? The problem we're having these days is what our governments are doing to us and the lack of awareness out there of what's going on. I could hear some really large aircraft, larger than the just couldn't find it. Clear blue sky, even though sound was ricocheting through the canyons. Yeah. Now, we did a viewing last night of the Anunnaki. There was, I know there was me, I know there was D Ocean, who saw and ships, and Scotty saw a sky ship up there. So is that possibly the Anunnaki? Going in and out of this other dimension, the episodes are getting longer. Feels like deja vu or dream. Hmm. What kind of episodes? Yeah, see, I agree, Kitty. There was some other purpose. I can't talk too much about that, but it's supposed to be safe and effective, our government says. But yeah, I think what it is really, like, it could be that they want to set up a better processing system, right? The self-assembling nanobots and particles you've been seeing for a while now. Yeah. Again, here's a link if anybody wants to. Let me pin that. I don't know how long we're going to be on today for. Where are we here? Well, my wife finally, I finally made for her a bracelet, and she had the best sleep she's having in a long time. Last night, I got her to wear it. Where was I going? There we go. A surreal feeling like watching what the fuck production. WFT production. Little dizzy and floaty with it. That's what they say when they're giving blankets away, too. Yeah, see, now, I myself don't believe in even the uh, blanket theory. I don't believe in that. I think that they had microwave weapons back then. I think they used them in secret and blamed the blankets. Just like when they brought out radar during the just before the Spanish flu. Um, they were also handing out various things. Those people got sick. as well. But one of the things about the flu or the cold is that it's getting rid of toxins. So one of the hard things about it is if you don't have a lot of toxins, um, you're not going to have a lot of stuff come out of you. What are what are you two talking about there? I used to get there during a long run. Okay. You stopped driving? Yeah, I don't drive anymore. Um, drivers are insane out there. Even walking, like I don't use the crosswalks. I'll cross, some other place because people don't even pay attention to the rules at the crosswalks. They just fly on through. I've been hit twice, um, and a third time I was walking across with the walk signal, and two vehicles came out on either side of me because it was a double right-hand turning lane. It was a van and a truck, a cube van and a semi, and I had about 3 feet of space where if I moved, I would have been crushed. These two trucks just did not stop. If they had gotten much closer together, that would have been it. Yeah, so I don't even use the crosswalks anymore. They're too dangerous. I've always had an ear problem, so I learned a bit dizzy, but you can tell it's really affecting people when you watch riding over the line into oncoming traffic, unless it's all drunks out. Yeah. Well, you know, something. If you when you get dizzy, do you ever want to like kind of fall over? Does that happen to you? Because it does happen to me. Um, when I get dizzy, it's like I'm spinning and I want to fall over to the right. But that happens when I run into strong electrical fields. And I've measured it and found where these fields congregate. And I just avoid those areas. There used to be a spot downstairs in the basement. I used to come in the back door and I would walk down the hall in the basement. Um, and each time I would get dizzy and I don't know, I didn't know why, you know, and I would feel like I was going to fall over. And I would kind of feel really tired after I walked home. And and this went on for a long time until I said, you know what, there's something going on there. Didn't, not a really long time, but so I sent my wife down with a meter. And lo and behold, about a third of the way down the hall, there's a huge jump in the electrical signal. She doesn't feel it herself. It burrows deep into her. But for me, it made me dizzy. And I've been wondering about that, about those of us that feel it. Are those people who have worked on centering themselves? Yes, it felt like your body turned on you, yeah. Your nose closed up. Okay. You can stimulate the brachial plexus of nerves just under your arm, just around your armpit, on your arm. And you can lie on it, like lie on your side, and put your arm underneath you, kind of, just a little bit of it. And that'll unblock the opposite side, and then you roll over and you can stimulate the brachial plexus there, and that'll unblock the other side. I do that just before I go to sleep. I lie on one side to open up my nasal passages, and I lie on the other side to open up the other one, and then I go to sleep. The worst is when each ear is doing their own thing. Multiple spins at once. Yeah. Yeah. Me and my wife hit a spot one time downtown in a bunch of buildings, and we both got like just wrenching, stomach churning, weak legs, dizziness, nauseous. We had to leave that area. There's a few people actually when we were walking around after we started seeing that there were people in the mall that we had tried to escape to, on stretchers. There was a couple of people that had passed out. So I think they hit multiple people as well as us. Hey, B. Freeman. Wow. Been a while. Your internet up and running, eh? At least for the moment. The equilibrium was way off, yeah. Can't go near power dams or substations or nuclear waste dumps. Yeah, yeah, I get you. When I travel from one area to the next, if there's a different frequency pitch they're putting out or power level from the cell towers, I feel it as a weight. Yeah, it's good to see you, B. Freeman. Let's have a smudge and think about stuff. Hey there, Mr. Obvious. Yeah, and there's the link up top. You were going to go live earlier, Mr. Obvious. You want to pop up? Saw you, but then you deleted. Hey, Richard, good to see you. So again, we're discussing the body electric. Noticed a few years ago when traveling, there would be an update around 5 my lights, my nerves up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So my wife has been experiencing the same thing. So I gave her one of these devices, right? One of those headset devices. She doesn't have headaches anymore. I gave her one of the grounding devices I made, one of the wrist ones, and she had great sleep. These are fantastic. These actually look cool, kind of looking a little bit of a retro, steampunk feel to them. But you guys can do that too. Those bracelets are expensive though. They're about $30-$40 a piece. Copper's damn expensive. Going to make your own, yeah. Always connect to the negative pole of the battery. And you can see how I've turned the metal in to hit the negative pole. Oops. There we go. To hit the negative pole. So that makes good contact. Just you can use a very thin wire to do it, because once you wrap it around the battery a few times, it'll stick, Yeah, I even have a hard time making the other ones. They are kind of difficult to make, to get it right, to get the contact in there. I'm still working on it, how to get it perfect, but and I want it to look nice too. So I was trying to make one for my wife the other day. I did with like copper wire around the battery so that it covered the whole battery. Yeah, copper's good for your body, definitely. I don't know. I like wearing two of them. Like, as I was showing the positive and negative poles. See, I don't know if there's any way to take advantage of this at all. Like, you look at the ground, and we have at the ground, just spitballing in my head here. Yeah, thanks, B. Freeman. I think they kind of look cool. At the ground, we have a positive and a negative, right? Feet. We have both either, I know we're opposite on the feet with male and female, but barring that, you have the positive and negative, right? So the same as in the hands. And I wanted to take a look at kitties are so helpful to. Yes, even purring has you. Yep, has a measurable effect. That's very stimulating to the pineal gland. Cat's purr is around 24 hertz, which is really good for opening up the third eye. 20 to 24 hertz, somewhere in that range. Let me find something here. There we go. Now maybe we'll take a look at a few of these. Let's see, that's a good one. Oh, there's Gilgamesh. Now, he was not one of the gods. He was a demigod. But still a very important figure. So I wanted to take a look at what he's got. You know, we're looking at one of the Anunnaki, and he's got a pine cone, of course. He's got a what looks like a wristwatch. Now, somebody sent me a video, Paula, on there's a battery that's made out of metal that looks very much like that. That's on his right hand. He also has armbands right there in the middle of his arm, right? And we look again, see he doesn't have just one watch or one thing. He has two. Isn't that interesting? And two armbands. And look at this earring. I've never really looked at that before. Let's see if we can go in close. I don't think anything on these creatures is accidental. Hi, the healer empath. Good to see you. I just fed a fox. Nice. Oh. He likes ham. Nice. Patriotic on Rumble last night. Very interesting indeed. Okay. Oh, I didn't know they could climb trees. That's cool. So, out a bit. So yeah, last night in viewing, I saw wings, but they weren't quite like that. They were just more of the arched type of wings. Cool. Let's see what else he's got going on. See here down at his feet? There's this structure. Now, is that part of his bone? Looks like he's got something right there as well. Is that another one of these battery looking objects or devices, watches, or I don't know. But why would you need two watches, right? For two time zones, I guess. Yeah, I've seen one fox in the wild. He walked by me and my wife on a bridge. He was really cool. That kind of looks like shin protection. Yeah. Now let me see if I can find that battery image. That was in Gmail. If you're listening, Paul, if you could send me a picture again of that paper metal battery. See if that's in chat. Okay, a moment. Let's see, is that it? There it is. Okay. So I can't play the video, but I can show you an image. I get struck for everything. Probably not watches. Uh, that's just a shape, right? Yeah. Oh, we did last night off the hook, I think. Yeah, I found it. um, pair of boots. I mean, they have a watch, jewelry, etc. Even sandals, earrings. Um, we'll go back to that in a moment, but there we go. So that's what it looks like. I need a quick break, guys. So I'm not going to play this video or anything, but I can just show it. I'll be back in 1 second. Um, could be anything. It could be. That's right. Like a bearing, yeah. Kind of does look like a bearing. See if we can get a little zoom in on this. No. Okay. So that's the best we can get of a view. Now, does this produce voltage? That's what I need to know. How many volts does it produce? Be an interesting thing because, okay, here's an aspect to look at, okay? If there is energy coming in at us, okay, and that's maybe, I'm thinking maybe that's what that's used for. So this would gather up the energy, say, around us, or using the chemical uh, ad hoc mixture of the differing metals, it produces energy. But is that a pure, clean form of energy, as opposed to, say, dirty energy coming in from the outside? Um, you know, he ain't stepping out to smoke weed. Yeah, thank you for posting that. Um, 6 in the middle and twice that on the outside. 12, my guess, represents the zodiac. Yeah. So, let's see. What is this thing called again? So, what is it? Where's the title? Can't see a title to this. Activate your pineal gland. Anunnaki fallen angels. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder where you can buy one. And what is it called, Paula? Because I can't play the video. Hey, beloved, good to see you. Oh, battery on TikTok. What is it called? A three metal battery? Or tri-metal battery? But you should be able to buy it, right? Let's see. See what it comes up with. No, I'm not doing the right search, so I'm not finding it. Thank you, Paul. No, it's, oops. Hold on. Got rid of that. Didn't mean to. It's three different metals. Here she shows it with one of the Anunnaki. So that. Hi, Queen Peachy. Good to see you. Mindful exposure. Good to see you. So here she's showing it up next to the Anunnaki. Now we can see that this really, this image that he has on his arm, it looks like a flower, which kind of resembles the middle of what she's showing. It does have some similarities. That doesn't mean it's the exact same thing or that that's what we're looking at. But it is a pretty interesting um, representation.
These
goes in close.
energetic pathway and different crystals and metals affect it.
Let's see, where is the, there we go. There's a good image of it. She kind of looks like she's spaced out a little bit.
You even more water, or when you.
There we go. There's a good image. With galvanic cell, okay. Thank you. Images. Not finding it. Looks like there's a bunch of different types of metals on there. Wiki galvanic cell. Let me go to us here. There's the TikTok. There's the wiki link. There it is. So galvanic cell, or voltaic cell, named after the scientist Louis Galvey and Alessandro Volta, respectively, in a electrochemical cell in which an electrical current is generated. Okay, so it's differing metals, which I've made an earth battery that's very similar to what they're describing here. I'll show you that. So I did an earth battery. You just put some water in the earth battery with some vinegar to help with the decay. Hi, Chloe. Good to see you. But this probably would react with the salt water sweat from our skin and create small amounts of current. Brass and copper and something bluish. What are the symbols in the middle? I don't know. Yep, they can be used as batteries and fuel cells. Well, the storage of a galvanic cell is held in the metal because what it is a metal decay. Hi, the missing link. Just sent you an email needing some information for our interview. Yeah, okay. Thank you. The missing link. Okay, awesome. Thank you. On the 5th, not too long. The reactants needed to produce energy. Yeah. What were the letters? And I'll go back to that in a moment. There we go. I don't think it said anything. Oh, it did. What does it say? I can't read that. Let's see. GYERLS? OEP. No, I can't read that. That looks like a very old galvanic battery device. But it does say something in the middle, but I cannot read it. I can read some of the letters, but a lot of them are indecipherable. That one I can't tell. That looks like an SD. So SODS? I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, it does look ancient. So let's compare that again. She calls it an energy device, I think. So There we are. Let's go back to our image of the Anunnaki there. See if we can um, find a better close-up of, see if I can find a better image of the watches, wristwatches and bands and stuff. But it does look more like a flower than what's depicted and she's showing. It might be good. No. Oh yeah, it's all right. No, 500 by 500. There we go. There's a close-up. Okay. So this is showing the handbags, but watch it there. So we can see that it looks like a flower. Gear types and stuff. Well, a little bit like the gear, I guess. But yeah, definitely. And I don't know how many spokes that has. Appears to be more than 12, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? 16 or 17. Somewhere in that range. See the armband as well again. Now I'm curious about more things like the earrings that they're wearing, their beard. You know, what's up with all that? Like, I don't think these people just wore things for vanity. Like he's got a three-horned crown because he's a king. Some of them, that shows his status. Some of them had 7 crowns. And even on the top there, what's that on the top? Like, there's so many details that really people, like, they look at the handbags and all that. But what's all this other stuff for? Well, he got like a pointy, almost arrow bullet shaped earring. What's that for? He's got 2 wristwatches. He's got 2 armbands. He's got something right here on his knees. Seems to go down over his foot. I've seen that in other as well. Hi, Scotty boy. Yeah, all that tech. And they still carried purses. Those were the handbags of the gods. Now it looks like Praveen Mohan did a good one on this because in the Hindu temples, they actually have some of the handbags depicted. Now, what exactly is in them? I don't know. But what it showed was there were 3 different objects in there. And they look like flasks or containers. Yeah, a backpack doesn't look as bling. Exactly. Yeah, it looks like a fleur-de-lis on top of his head, right? What's that for? Everything either has got to have some symbology or some purpose, you know? Somebody crotcheted those items. Hmm. Yeah, looks like they're strong. He's got some strong muscles there. Remember, it's the desert, okay? It's a water bag. Now, see, that would be interesting, beloved. If it's a water bag, and in India, they show us that there were different vessels in there, two or three different vessels. Could it be that that was a power source? Because you immerse two metals in salt water and you get a reaction and voltage, right? Woven grass. No, no, they used woven grass was used to make water vessels. They just wove it really tightly. Did you share enough comments? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. Let's go look at the fleur de lis. Where are we here? That's kind of an interesting point too, you know? Like, what is the point of that? Fleur de lis. Even has the wrapping around it. Looks like it has a wrapping. I couldn't figure out what that would be for electrically, because we're kind of looking at things in an electrical sense today. Yeah, very interesting, right? They don't point these things out. It look like looking at why. Now, Paul also sent me something. If you could find, because that would take me a while to find. But there was a man who believes that having copper wires or copper bands, basically in the same areas, um, shown here on the Anunnaki. Where are we here? Where'd it go? Uh, there we go. Okay. So showing armbands. It doesn't show leg bands, but this part of this seems to wrap around and support this disc of some sort. Very odd, very peculiar. And I wish I could get a close up on what's going on here on his clothes. Now they're showing. Okay, let's look at the whole thing. They're showing like a weave here, right? Now is that metal fibers, like the Tartarians did? There is a whole culture that does weave metals into their clothes. Is that also a part of this? Yeah, whatever. Excellent. Thank you for your sharing. Keeping your heart, which is your magnet, connects to Earth and keeps your heart light as a feather. Yeah, we don't connect to the Earth. Are you connected to the Earth right now, Queen Peachy? That's the question. Feathers on a scale, weighs on the heart, yeah. Yeah, are we grounded right now? A pine cone being used to sprinkle the water. That could be, yeah, that's a possibility. They use DMT on humans? I don't know. I kind of think actually they limited our DMT. I'm on the outside of that one, Richard. I still rail about the moon because I think the moon is a limiting factor in our use of our third eye. it regulates the pineal cycle. So I'm wondering if it actually limits it. Might show Horus box. Hmm. Yeah, weighted beads. That's what I was wondering there. You can see weighted beads at the edge of the opening. No corner curl there, right? Horus liked his toolbox. It had many hieroglyphs. He probably had a snap tool truck driver in his lift. All right. I've never tried the DMT, so no, that's fine. I remember what he was doing. He had various bands of copper. DMT can be made from flowers. For fleur de lis is flower of the lily. Yeah, just connecting a few dots. Nice. So bad. I'm about to pull my hair out. Well, I hope you don't pull your hair out, Queen Peachy. Okay, so where are we here? Close a few things. There we are. So yeah, everything about him. Even look at his beard. You know, that's not just a beard. It's showing two completely different sections of his beard. One that appears to be wrapped in, I don't know, either it's beads, cords, something. I don't know if this, which is supposed to be his natural beard. Is this bunch of beads on very short pieces of hair? Like what is going on with this dude? Even on his hair here, what what is what is all this? Are those beads as well? It's it's a very peculiar beard, right? Is it not? The lotus and lily. I think they might be in the same family. Water lilies, right? No, that's all right. That's all right. I remember it. Very quick, yeah. Lotus lily is a hermaphrodite, self reproduction. Oh, Buddha sits on a lily, and some see Buddha as a male and female. Water lily is not a lily as they sell in U.S. stores. Yeah, copper conduits, possibly, or even gold. Yeah, I don't know what's on with that beard. Most beards don't just cut off and you're so wild, right? Exactly. Like it's not showing as a beard. I'll be back in one Sorry, that could be a fake beard. That's a good thought. Dreadlocks. Status symbol for the office title. They cornrowed it. It's braided? Possibly, yeah. Wide, not wild. Doesn't look like his beard. It looks like part of his helmet. Let's see. He's got, okay, so there's his, I'm going to assume that's his eyebrow. He's got a little wavy line. And then the helmet. There's also like a separation right here by his ear. I don't know if that's part of the helmet or not. So yeah, maybe this could be a covering, like one of those hats that go down the back and cover the back of your neck from the sun. That's a good possibility. Fancy beard. Yeah, it is a fancy beard. He looks like he has a beard, so probably some fancy hooks so he can attach and remove. Maybe. Throwing down and keep. Yeah, Richard's always on point. Um, you guys are all really. That's why it's great having you here. Instead of a hair weave, a beard weave. Yeah, maybe. That's possible. And in the picture is wearing could be actually be the real silk armor of God or armor of the gods. That's a good thought. Interesting. I forget. I believe this is Enki or Enlil. Jabba hats, yeah. Okay. The Max Collective, yeah. Honestly, looks like it's very India-like. Probably part of the Indo-European DNA group. Hmm. Maybe, well, at one time it was upper class men that wore high heels. So, and that was because, yeah, well, manipulators, I think. These guys were manipulators, Richard. I don't think they're creators. They may be. I don't know if they're creators and embodied, but yeah, it's one of them guys. Let's see. This is, let's see, let's go to the site there and I'll figure out which one it is. Um, can you tell me? No. Talking about the handbags. The site just wants to talk about handbags of the gods. So, yeah. Close that down. Trying to do funky things with my computer too. Mm. Yeah, if you had an elongated skull, that could be why the hat is so long or so big. And remember those stovepipe hats? There was supposedly like a technology behind that, having the open cavity space above your head. It's possible that produced an orgone energy field, especially with the felt hats they used. It's 420? Okay. Oh, almost. 419. What do we got? We got some hash. Hold on. Yeah, including the wig and beard. It could all be an entire uh, get up for protection or for communication or health, status, many possibilities. Okay. It's 19. No, it's, hold on. It's almost there. Hold on. Do you like the pretty bag, Scotty? All right. Happy 420, everyone. Oh, excellent. Glad to hear that off the hook. Ooh. Ah, good for you, beloved. 120? That's good. Close enough. Yeah, there's so many details that people ignore on these. Yeah, like the weighted ends. Are those tassels or are they weights? They could be either. Well, a tassel would work as a weight as well, right? He's even got something different going on the inside of his cape here, as opposed to the outside. And this one, although it has wings, they also use other forms like the fish suits they were depicted wearing. I don't know what that has to do with, that's an entirely different subject. Right now I'm concerned about the wings. And this is probably Enlil, because he was the Lord of the Air. So the wings would depict the Lord of the Air. Now, do you think the mustache is fake, or do you think? See, oh, that's a good point. Look at the. Oh, wish I could zoom in better. See if I can. The mustache. Let's look at that. That looks different than everything else. It won't go any bigger. Okay, so he's got a beard with all these beads, cornrows, or whatever's going on down here. He's got beads here, and then he's got the cornrows here. Like, and then the whole, I don't know what this is going on back here. That's entirely unknown. But look at his, I don't even know if he has a mustache. It seems like he does. There is a separation right there. So he does have a mustache, but it's not a bead. There's no beads. Just right starting under his lip. We have bead, 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 bead. Bead, bead, bead. It's always 420 in Tulsa. Rag on the nose. Hey, Mitch Gander. Good to see you. Love them wings. The Pope fish hat, yeah. What's that, Queen Peachy? Let's get something there. Hold on. too damn skinny and too. Hit that ball. Um, Beard was meant to symbolize being the father of civilization. Babylon would have been father of civilization. Okay. Made it home? Nice. I thought somebody posted a link. I don't see it. Stinky place filled with perfumes and incenses, yeah. Probably. Stagnant water gets stinky. Yeah, that's what high heels were for. That's why men wore high heels in the past, was to not to step on the suit. The wings, I think they're a representation of him being the Lord of the Air. Plumbing upgrades defined civilization. Yeah, the ancient Romans had plumbing, and then for thousands of years, the British didn't, and everybody else. The Persians had it. A guy with wings, like a real guy, or like an ancient depiction of a guy? What are you talking about there? Got to expand on what kind of guy. Yeah, that's he's supposed to be Lord of the Air, right? And Enki, or sorry, yeah, Enki is depicted as the fish god because he was the Lord of the sea and the lands. At least I think that's something. Somebody might correct me a little bit on that. But Enki came out of the sea. Hi, Peachy Kitty. Hi, Peaches. Yeah, well, yeah, if that's what you're raised with, there would be possibly a generational thing with that too, Richard, of people being subjugated. Like, if it goes on for long enough, there may be like a generational, like, submission to it, as a passes on as a behavior of just submitting to being ruled, right? Thank you, Lord of the Waters. Okay. If I was in charge of a nuclear device, I certainly wouldn't let the locals near it. That's true. I have a computer, two screens, search engines helping me make learning quicker. Nice. Yeah, when I came across a computer, I used it to learn. Yeah, of disguise. It's cold out here now. Got back kind of to normal temperatures. It's still supposed to be colder. Can't find it? No. You can do nuclear research in sandals, but it still bothers me to see India research and well, huh? I don't know. We did a whole expose on that, the reactors, and whether they're actually that dangerous could be up for debate, depending on what they're using, plutonium, uranium, the in my photo looks like a scenario. Send it to me, Pamela. All right, awesome, Chloe. So the electric battery pack that he's carrying go along with the likely golden wings he's wearing so he can fly. Interesting thought. Maybe a true angel of God, yeah? So what is he really, what is real on him? I don't know. So he's got, okay, so we've got fleur-de-lis. The horns are supposed to be the symbol of his power, right? The horns represent the Taurus field or the Taurus bull, Taurus field. At least that's what I have learned. Now that could be something completely different, right? Why have a fleur-de-lis on top? Is that a device as well? Are these all control devices? We do think that the pine cone is some type of control device. He's using it directed at something. But all this other stuff that he has, these beads, beadwork, beard, even the earrings. And we don't know if he has two of those or not. We can only see one side of him. Wearing that on the right side. Two wristwatches, two armbands. I don't know if a lot of this is metal or not, but, metal or weave work going through his clothes, because it goes differently on the inside. So it's multi-layered, possibly. See these banding here on the outside of the cloak. And even down here we have more studs, beads. Tassels or beads, again, or I think they're tassels on the end so that it doesn't flail about. Tassels on the inside. These could be functional, they could be technological, it could be spiritual, it could be defining his status. That's a lot of stuff. I think the idea that you brought up there, Paul, the armor of God, right? Is that, the armor of God there? Certainly seems to be kind of the garb or the, and I want to get a better picture of these kneecaps because that's not a natural kneecap. Hey, Robert. Battling a snowstorm. Beautiful. So, I had a tablet, got locked, can't open it. Oh. Their masters disappeared and they attacked the master leaders and allies to take their power for themselves. Yeah. Wow. And it's not too bad out here today. So, yeah, you missed last night, Robert, last night's show. We took a cue from you. Yeah, it was the Nephilim. Our last night's class was the Nephilim. I thought you were so curious about the Nephilim you might show up, and sometimes I'll do that. I'll take people are doing and play with it, you know? Do our viewing on it. That Smokehouse Creek fire. Oh no. Yeah, apparently there are a lot of fires. Now every wildfire in Canada that we remember that big thing they had 500 to 700 wildfires in Canada. Those were all set. You know, people are taking road flares and tossing them into the woods and in areas that the government hasn't trimmed up. Right? They should be driving some trucks into that or something. Isn't that what they do? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even know what the destination was. It's actually what I chose. Yeah, we saw a lot of people in the sky. Well, craft in the sky. Scotty saw craft in the sky. Big city ship, you think he saw. I saw a lot of ships. Um, just fleets of them. And the ocean saw a lot of ships as well. Over 1 million acres, eh? Yeah, I hope you're a distance away from it, right? One in the back, yeah. Floating huge city, okay. Yeah, I think they're there. They're there. Opinion they are. Yeah, I'd like to get a better image of what's going on with his knees here. See if I can get a better image here. Oh, there's one, maybe. Oh, let's take a look at this one. It's not very big. .600 by 800. We'll try it. It's another one of Enlil, but with a bird head. You saw the moon, you saw craft. Yeah. See, many people saw craft. See, look at this. He's got, see, again, there's something going on here. This is him with a bird head. Again, he's got the same thing, the banding. He also, what is this going on? Is this, is that just his muscle? What? Okay, no beard, but we still, see, look, we have the cornrows. Look at the head. He still has the cornrows and then the beading work or whatever. It follows the same type of pattern. And then he's got feathers arranged. There's a lot more going on here as well. See, in the wrap around his arms, something else more going on there. We've got the same tassels. It's the same garb. With the tassels inside, the different materials, multi-layered. But yeah, he's got the two wristwatches. Oh, and a necklace. We have a beaded necklace as well. That's an addition, isn't it? Writings on the wings all over this one. Hmm? Yeah.
It was nice.
Oh, it is really foggy. Maybe the different heads represent helmets they were wearing. Interesting, yeah. If he's an alien, I don't remember seeing one like this. No. This guy is fatter, though. They change shape and form. That's possible, Richard. Yeah. It's very high. I don't know. We'll have to check, Scotty. See if we've got the full image. Nope, no high heels. Um, just looks like sandals, kind of. And even there, look, he's not. Look at that. He's, well, yeah, he is. Okay, so it goes down. He does have a separation from the earth. But what's going on in this? Like his knee is all crenellated. What are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things going on there. The other guy had a circular looking kind of a disc on his knee. Similar to like the wristwatch thing, right? A judge's wig, yeah. Yeah. The guy is a lefty. Okay. See. There's always 4 of them. Shoes on listed. His feet do look human, yeah. Yeah, that could be later writing though. You're on the corner. Guess what they went and done is with that tech, they decided to play with God and create. Just look up DNA CRISPR. Yeah, yeah. They're about to. They're interested in creating mammoths to put back on the plains. You know, that's an interesting one. Yeah, rocket. No, rocket scientists are not that dangerous. So yeah, if we compare what they've got going on there with what the human body polarity is, wristbands, right? The armbands, something on the legs. I don't know what that is. Seeming to have, it looked like a shin guard, say, but it also had like a disc, almost like the wristwatches on it, on both hands as well. Hmm. Very curious to me. Both of us, both male and female, positive on the back. They don't show much. There's no real polarity difference here, even with male and female, both in a positive zone in the beard area or where a fake beard could be worn. So it does appear that they're either augmenting, covering up, or changing or manipulating with these pieces of clothing or devices. They could be manipulating the electrical system of their bodies in order to perform wristwatches or batteries. Could be. Could. That thing with the wings might have been me. Okay. A German cat. What? Let's see, did Pamela Jean send me a picture of that wing person? Check my email here. Bio links. Oh, I have that stuff. There's Karen Lynn. See what we got here. Ooh. Karen Lynn sent us some images. What is this, Karen? Human body has electricity in it as well as electrolytes. Yep. Never had wings. No, I never had wings to fly either in my dreams. Or anybody. It doesn't have to be human. Yeah. Looks like the Alamo. I don't know. Is that the Alamo? No. Oh, rock hunting. Awesome. Looks like a tooth. I don't know what that is. Get your tongue back in your head. Could be a tooth. I don't know. Well, that's neat. Got some like jasper in there, some red stuff. Cool. Oh, neat tree. Is that it? Okay, that's last. Gas station. Ooh. Those are some neat stones. Cool. Old farm. Turned into something else. Toilet bowl in a tire. Got a nice bell up there. That's a huge bell. A lot of stuff lying around. Okay, that's it. Get out of this. Okay, well, let's go. Okay. Shared photos. Those are fun. Okay. So that's, I don't know. Karen's not here to tell us. Can't see the screen outside 72 degrees. Oh no. Hi, Elderberry. Good to see you. Yeah, probably a megalodon. Just a big shark. Alligator tail, shrimp tail. Was the original Taco Bell? Maybe. Karen's not here to tell us, unfortunately. Yeah, this one was much better detail, and even though they've written over everything, here you can still see it much better in the other one, I think. You can see the wristwatch pretty clearly in this one. There's another one. There's lots of images of this. So I'm thinking of trying to get some armbands. Get they look like they wrapped around just once with a slight curve to them so that they wrap around nicely. I don't know how comfortable that would be. I don't think it would be that comfortable myself. So yeah, armbands, wristwatches with possibly batteries. I think it might even be worth a try, right? Um, I don't know how to like. Could you imagine walking around with this garb on, with that headdress? That would be. You would certainly be a point of attention, right? Oh, the Paris race. Okay. The winds blew the food around. Oh no. Tubal Cain had the right idea for the meteoric metal. Tell us more about that. We're ever in search of the perfect tale. I've got a beard already. Yeah, do you have one long enough to braid up like that? You know, that's the next question. Do you have the beads? Got to figure out what kind of beads they used. You want to make a meteoric blade? That'd be cool. Yeah, with cobbler on that. Chasing tail, going off the rail. Give me my pine cone back. It's mine. Okay. Yeah, if you wear the right costume, everyone will steer clear of you. Definitely. Or maybe they'll just take it all from you. It's long enough? Nice. got rid of my company. How come? Oh, okay. Goodbye, granddaughters. They spent the night at grandma's again. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I saw that dagger. Tutankhamun's, the meteorite dagger. Yeah, that's pretty special. Mm. Great Spirit is the way, yeah, the Father. Jesus is just the way, right? I don't know if people misinterpret that. He's the communicator. Mom carrying a purse like the Sumerians? Cool. Or she did that on purpose just to incite people. So it's something to think about, guys. I don't know what was behind all this. But as I'm discovering my electrical environment that I'm having to deal with, looking into these things a little more. I don't know about, I don't know how you do that to your beard, Richard, but I don't know what, I suppose you'd have to try a bunch of different combinations. Look at a bunch of different, versions of it. Like some of it looks like it's even like a wire wrapped throughout, you know? Could they actually be doing that using like a gold or copper wire, silver wire? You know? Well, we're all hybrids, but I get what you mean, Pamela. Yeah, it's low jacked. Yeah, still in perfect condition. Yep. Wonder what cross up in his house that might not go over well. Nah, I don't know. I think the creator has a good sense of humor. I mentioned the weaves because of sewing and weaving, not just braiding for that work of beard art. Yeah, it could be a whole bunch of things in there, right? So fake beards? I don't know. So fake Biden? So does Biden? What? So does fake Biden. Okay. I don't know. When you see Biden when he's young, like now he kind of looks like a robot, but that's because of all the drugs that they're probably pumping into him to keep him upright and operating, you know? Yeah, Zuckerberg, Elon, John, vile little man. I saw a Biden paranormal glimpse. He was being evil. Oh, yeah. I don't do too much of that anymore because we look into these politicians and they're evil, but it is kind of interesting, and I suppose it could be important to know, if they're like in the Black Eye Club, um, what's going on in their noggin, right? I'm embarrassed he's English. Mm. Well, I need to go and get myself some dinner, guys. This was awesome, an awesome share. You guys brought a lot to the table. This one. It's interesting to see. Thank you again, Paula, for your input. Always got some good info she sends me. Yeah, Biden pretty much is gone. We viewed him, remember? We remote viewed his inner workings. Looked like he'd been drilled and done, he's done for. Might make you famous for a day, Mandela affected. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want that. All right, guys. So if you have any more thoughts on this, we'll be. I do think this is a good topic. I like this topic. So it's interesting to see what these gods, Enki and Enlil, were doing, and how we can maybe even utilize some of their technology. I don't know. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, we gave up that. We just say, fuck Trudeau. Fuck Trudeau. All right. Good night, everyone. See you next time. Keep your third eye open. Bye bye.